Hey, y'all there? Hey y'all. I'm back for another video. So I'm back with another little video, and this particular video is about another element of self-love, and that element is frequency and vibration. As you know, everything in the universe vibrates, and as you can see here, it does. Everything in the universe vibrates, even you. Everything you do, it has a vibration. Everything you think, all your thoughts have vibrations. And specifically, we're talking about self-love and the thoughts that go along with how you feel about yourself. Self-love, love for self sends out and receives its own vibratorial waves. When you activate the habit of letting in deeper feelings of self-acceptance and self-love, the world becomes a truly magical place. By totally like throwing yourself into the vibration of love for self, you actually experience the world from a much softer and empowering perspective. The once regular world that we live in now becomes more sacred and more interesting. You're now aware, you're now awake. The simplest of experiences are now, each day now become a doorway into your divineness. Okay. One of the most craziest aspects of practicing self-love, well, not craziest, but like astonishing, I guess you could say, aspects of yes, I am looking at notes, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to say and I don't want to miss it, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, astonishing aspects of practicing self-love is that it becomes super easy to manifest. You manifest so much better when you believe the statements that you say, when you believe the statements that you write down on a piece of paper. It's easier when you imagine, when you're imagining and you're living in those feelings of whatever you're deciding to manifest. When you accept yourself, and I mean completely accept yourself and love yourself, all aspects of yourself, you send out such a strong energetic vibration into the universe that you become a massive manifesting magnet. You know what I'm saying? So let me share with you what I mean. I know y'all didn't come here for like a real long video, but it is going to get a little schooly, a little educational, I guess you could say. It's basically like we all want to play the game, but we never want to read all the instructions. Everybody know, don't nobody read the instructions to Uno or Monopoly. And basically, I just want to kind of tell you guys, like, it's more than just you think you can't change your thoughts. So basically, just kind of ride with me a little bit. Just ride with me a little bit. So first and foremost, this all begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts about yourself predict your entire existence in this world. If you are in a constant state of fear, if you are in a constant state of lack, greed, doubt, feelings of not being enough, not feeling worthy, you're impatient, you're frustrated, and all those kinds of things like that, which are all feelings and thoughts of survival mode, you're not a happy camper. Believe me, you're not a happy camper. And I know this to be true because not only have I experienced it, there are a number of people that I know that experience the same thing. I don't feel like I'm enough. I'm in constant fear of whether or not I'm going to be able to feed myself, whether or not I'm going to be able to feed my children. What am I going to be in the world? I thought I was going to be this by 30. I thought I was going to be this. I thought I was going to be that. You know, like all of these things. Should I? Shouldn't I? Doubting yourself. So So we have one mind. As you know, we have one mind, but we have many different mental faculties, and faculties is basically built-in mental power. Each faculty being capable of functioning along two different lines of effort. Now, these two lines of effort, which I'm about to tell you what they are not two concise, distinctive lines. Like, it's not like a cut and dry kind of like thing. It doesn't work like that. They kind of blur together like gradient. I think that's what it is, like a gradient kind of thing, like how a color starts from dark and then slowly fades to light, but you never know like where the cutoff is, you know, that kind of thing. So these mental efforts are active and passive. Active is the new, like a newborn baby, and passive is the old, and that's basically like, let's see, how can we, it's sort of like your old thoughts, I guess you can say, like sort of like your old thoughts. Put it to you this way. Active is, on Christmas, we are making Chinese food. Passive is, we not making no Chinese food. My mama always made turkey, macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes, and greens. That's what we're gonna do. So basically, it's the Chinese food is the new version, and the regular soul food is the old version. Now that version continues to go on over and over and over and over and over again, like tradition, because no one has put a new active thought or a new active effort into changing the way that goes. So if you look at it that way, that's basically like what it is. Active effort is the new thought on the lines of what you always do. So yes, Christmas still is going on, but the new active effort is that we're now making Chinese food. We're not doing soul food. Now that active effort is basically the vibration and the force that goes into that new thought. What comes along with that new thought, as you know, well, as you can see, like I said, you make Chinese food, is a new physical action. So you have the active effort, which is the force, the vibration that goes along with that, but now comes a motion, a physical thing that's being done to put that new thought, that new wave vibration, that new wave of thinking into your external, your physical life, because it started off internally. It started off in the darkness and we brought it to the light. Now, one thing I forgot to say is, yes, it's brought to the light, but the path that everything is traveling on is passive, meaning whatever habit you create now travels on the passive, whether that be a good habit or a bad habit, because once you start doing something, it now becomes a part of your journey. It now becomes a part of your wave, your energy, you know, what you do. So you have to understand that active effort and passive effort still travel on the passive path. All right, so basically the active effort function is to create and destroy. Basically change and stop. The passive effort function is to obey orders. The orders, whatever the active effort puts into place, passive will obey the orders. So what I'm trying to say is, when you send out an active effort, that creates a vibrational force within yourself to then change things about yourself. Meaning you will start, if you're, let's just say that your active effort is, you know what, I am going to wholeheartedly love myself. Now within you saying that, within you, matter of fact, not even saying it at first, but when you think that, that sends out a vibrational wave through your body, through you, to the universe, that you are about to do something different. Meaning you are about to change what has already been on your passive path. which those thoughts and those physical things that you have done that have now become passive. You have now put out a stronger vibration to now shift those and now change some things within yourself. Now, what happens is after you do that, if the vibration is high enough, meaning do you feel it? It's your thing. It's you're ready. You're changing, like you've had enough. Once you do that, and you'll see your physical actions start to change. You now are putting active effort into changing that I am not enough to I am enough, that I don't love myself or nobody loves me, into I love myself. You will see how now things will start to change for you. The vibration, you're rising. Now you're leaving that lower vibration of the way you used to think, and even by the things that you used to do. So you'll start changing all kinds of things. A lot of people change their look. A lot of people change their habits, and that's where this whole force of habit comes from. The force is the vibrational pull. The force is the, you know, like how a spaceship takes off. It's like, it's the force that propels the newness in your life, the newness in the way that you think, the newness in the things that you do, the newness in the way you look at your existence here on this plane. That's where that whole quote, phrase, or whatever comes from, the force of habit. You can even change that active effort once it's been sent on its journey to do what it does. As in, so say you said, I'm going to wholeheartedly love myself by changing the way I drink water. But after a couple days, you're like, you know what? I think I can bump it up a notch. You can now meet that first vibratorial wave that you sent out, and now you can catch up to it, change it, and add a stronger one to it to now, like I said, create or destroy that one or substitute it. So yeah, like it's such a crazy thing. Like we don't always see things on a more, I don't know if I want to say like not scientific, but more on an energetic level. We are energetic beings. Like we send out waves and we receive waves of energy. So why wouldn't we think that things like thinking new thoughts wouldn't change everything that comes to us? You know what I'm saying? And change our behaviors and change our path, what's some things called? Patterns, habits, you know? So I say all this to say, and I don't know if it necessarily is coming off in the way that I'm trying to deliver it. Basically, you have one mind, and you have many mental faculties, which is built-in mental power. With those mental faculties, they run on two lines, not distinct, not separated, like, you know, cut and concise or anything like that. They're gradient and like blurred together, which is the path, the passive path. Okay, so active effort, once again, creates, destroys, and substitutes. Passive takes orders. What I mean is, when you put new thoughts with vibration, because everything vibrates. You vibrate, my voice vibrates, your thoughts vibrate, your physical activity, like you're just a big vibrating, you know, being, okay? When you send out new active effort thoughts into your journey, basically into your journey, you are now changing your vibration. You are now raising your vibration, especially if those thoughts were, like I said, the thoughts of not feeling enough, which are low vibrational, the thoughts of not feeling safe, not feeling feeling lost, doubting yourself, you know, all of the things that run around in your head that serve you no no purpose. Anyway, but once you change those thoughts, as you know you can, once you start, I mean, it doesn't happen like overnight, but once you change those thoughts, everything changes. Meaning your vibes rise high. Your good vibes only really are good vibes. And that's just all I really wanted to say. I wanted to kind of explain the full electrical frequency, vibrational, you know, thing that goes along with saying things like, oh, I love myself now, or I am no longer going to put up with this, that, or whatever. I am going to eat better. I am going to treat myself better. I am going to be more kind and patient with myself. These are the things you hear. These are the things that change your life. You will produce what you have created. If your thoughts are messed up and they're not high vibrational, as in things that enhance you, things that nourish you, things that bring wellness to you, then your physical habits will be the exact same thing. So in closing, you are in control of whether you emit low vibration or high vibration, because what you put out, you will get back. Which I'll be talking a little bit more about that on my Instagram a little bit later, but whoo cha, this video was a doozy, because I don't really speak in educational speak, and I'm not even sure if this necessarily came across as educational. I see good vibes only. I've posted it in hashtags. I use the little GIFs and all that kind of stuff like that. But sometimes I don't think that people truly understand like what good vibes really mean. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. Your mind and your body, as in your physical movement and the things that you do externally in the world, vibrate on either a active effort or a passive effort, and you choose whether or not your active efforts are high vibrational. That's just what it is. Or they can stay low, which if you take a look around and things don't look great, they're probably low. All right, so I'll see y'all next time, and as always, the name of the game is to be sure and your God is who would. Deuces.